Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as we are about to start our next session, forward-looking keynote session brought to you by Google, the future of AI. I'm delighted to welcome on stage Panos Bollas, sector lead for Greece, Cyprus, Bulgaria, and Malta at Google, who will share his insights on the future of AI and how it will affect the world and business. Panos, the stage is yours. Welcome.
So, hello everyone, good to be here. For me, Cyprus, it's always a mix of business and pleasure. So, I'm based out of Athens, but still Cyprus is always a very good opportunity to, relax. So, for those who are visiting the island, besides this, amazing business forum, make sure that you spend some time on the island. I always see it kind of a, extension to my Greek holidays. So, overall, good to be here. Now, today we're going to be talking about AI and specifically Google AI. For sure, AI has been the term in everyone's lips during the last 12 months. And for us in Google, for sure, after the internet and the move to mobile, AI is the next big thing, the next big shift. And honestly, if I have to compare it with something, that would be electricity back in 1920. And I know that it sounds a bit far-fetched, but if you think about it, back in the 1920s, people have to be convinced about electricity. And most of the advertisements were talking about the benefits of electricity and about this new technology. And no one was talking about the electric appliances, which in fact was the thing that changed our lives. So in a sense, I think we're at the same point time with AI. We're talking about technology and about AI a lot, but sometimes we don't talk about the applications and what's going to bring in terms of changing our lives. So today I'm going to be sharing some of the stuff that we do as Google in AI in 3 dimensions. The first one would be everyday people's lives. The second one would be communities, and the third one would be, of course, business. And of course, we're in a business forum, so in a sense, that would be the most important one. And the one thing that, of course, AI is doing is simplifying things for everyone. So it's not the technology, it's not that you need to understand all the details of the technology. What you need to understand is what the technology can do for us, and focus both, you and your teams, on thinking what AI can do for you. So, I've been in a lot of forums about AI, a lot of explanation on the actual technology. But again, I think the focus should shift towards thinking about what's going to happen next and how we can use this technology. And starting from simplifying complexity for people, it would be kind of strange not to talk about search. And search overall is changing. It's becoming, I would say, conversational. And to give you an example, and I'll try to give you an example on every of these new changes that are happening, is take, for example, a specific question, finding the best holidays in Alps for a family with kids under 10 and a dog. What you would typically do is break down this question into 4 or 5 different questions, get the results, try to glue everything together, and decide for your next holidays. Now, because of generative AI, search is going to be able to give you one answer for this whole question. And not only this, you're going to be able to have follow-up questions, like how much does it cost? What would be the best way to book it? So you can imagine that these changes on search will change entirely the way that people are searching online, but also the way that brands need to be present online and also advertise online. And I think, these are one of the very simple things that would change entirely the way we perceive things and brands overall online. And even on everyday stuff like Google Photos, things are changing. So from the start of Google Photos back in 2015, you could do a lot of cool things on the app. But now you can actually move things. You can actually change the sky, and you could even replace parts of the picture that are missing. And this is amazing if you think that this is only an app on your mobile phone. And considering that right now more than, I think it's 1.7 billion images being edited every month on Google Photos, you can understand the penetration of this new app. And again, it's not about the technology. You don't have to think about the technology. You just need to think what you can do with the technology. And this is the simple things that can change your everyday life. And again, it gives you the opportunity to think of new ways of using AI in your business. Of course, Google AI is changing a lot, also Google Maps. So we recently launched and gradually rolling out Google Maps Immersive View, which is a fusion of satellite images from Google Maps and also Google Street View images that can give you a 360 experience of the way that the place looks like before you visit it. And when you actually visit the place, you can switch on your camera, navigate yourself through the streets, or even look for your favorite cafe. And of course, all of you know the new option of moving around with the most eco-friendly way by choosing what type of vehicle to choose, and between petrol, electric, and gasoline. But also on the other, cool stuff, search is going to become even more powerful, and it's going to be able to provide results from different sources. And again, I will give an example to make it very simple. It will be able to bring results from websites, text, and images. So for example, let's say that you saw a dress, you like this dress, and you don't know how to look for it. You just open your camera, you take a photo, you put it on search, and then you get results for this dress. But then you decide that you don't like it in orange, and you need to have it in green. So you just search and you type search green, and you get it on green. So this connection between different sources, images, text, and in the next future video as well, is going to change entirely the way we search and the way we experience overall brands and platforms or whatever that is online. We also are going to see a lot of changes in terms of safety, and we're going to start providing results in times of distress. So when we see specific searches like suicide, abuse, you're going to get relevant results where you're going to be able to get some help. And again, it's not the biggest thing, but if you think that all these small changes will change entirely our lives, you need to start thinking of how we can use AI to change from the biggest operations, experiences, whatever we do, to the smallest ones. And then moving to communities, which is also a big part for us, and we're doing a lot of change as well. One of the interesting factors that is that more than 2.5, I think, billion people have some kind of visual impairment. And with Google Lookup, which is an app, these people can actually read banknotes, they can actually read food labels, or they can even navigate in difficult places like offices or retail spaces. And moving to health as well, we now can use AI to early detect breast cancer. By the way, more than 2 million people are diagnosed with breast cancer every year. So now AI can predict and detect, actually, breast cancer with the same accuracy as a radiologist can. So just imagine what would be the impact in terms of better health and saving actual lives. But maybe one of my coolest, let's say, and most favorite projects is Project Relate. It's about breaking down communication barriers. And I think I want to share this video because I think it's a really cool thing. It's one of the things that I'm really proud for working in Google.
أنا understand the same business. Communication is a fundamental human need, and I think it's also a basic human right. I'm Audrey Lee, a brand manager at Google. More specifically, I'm a namer, and it's a lot of fun to say that I'm a professional namer. I had a type of muscular dystrophy that affects the way I speak. I have always loved making new friends, but when people can't understand me at first, they have trouble getting to know me. It's as if there's an invisible barrier between us. I believe technology can help bring down that barrier.
My name is Julie Catio. I'm a product manager at Google in the research team. Project Relate started in 2018 when we realized that our speech recognition technology could be improved to help people with speech impairments be better understood. Standard speech recognition doesn't always work as well for people with atypical speech because the algorithms have not been trained on samples of their speech. So we decided to create an app that would be custom trained on individuals' unique speech patterns.
We named the app Relate because of what it enables you to do.
To use the app, the first step is to record a set of phrases so it can get to know how you speak. The Relate app has 3 built-in features: Listen, Repeat, and Assistant. Listen transcribes everything you're saying in real time.
So I have a custom voice model now, and
Repeat repeats what you've just said in a clear computerized voice.
next thing I do, hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Ah, gotcha.
Thank you.
Assistant connects directly with your Google Assistant.
Take a selfie.
Okay, get ready.
I hope I live to see the day when disabled people can move through the world and expect the same level of connection as everyone else has. I think Project Relate is bringing us closer to a better future.
So this is, I think, a really fantastic project, and it's actually changing people's lives. And another thing that I want to also share with you, I'm also based out of Athens, so you've seen the recent floods that we have in Greece. Now, one of the new applications that we're building with AI is is going to give us the ability to predict floods and also predict the direction of wildfires by taking data from satellites, taking data from rivers, and taking data from weather stations. We're going to be able to, first of all, predict and then send alerts to millions of people to make sure that they're safe. And you can imagine that these applications are still work in progress, but considering the climate change in this specific region, I think these type of applications will become even more important in the future. And moving to business, which is most probably one of the most important areas for this forum. For us in Google overall, AI, and specifically Google AI, can bring growth and can bring profitability. And I know, that these words, these notions are very generic in business. So I'll give you examples of how we can do that, how we can deliver that. We also believe that you do have a huge opportunity as businesses to increase your productivity within your own organizations. And of course, AI, at the end of the day, will bring radical transformations. And here's another example of in retail, Google AI, and specifically Google Cloud AI, can actually scan a shelf, read the missing products, and make sure that the retail gets a very, very detailed report on what is missing. It could even actually reorder the products that are missing and make sure that the inventory is always at its best shape. And of course, on an individual area, most of you are aware of BART. BART is our latest large language model. It can definitely change your productivity. It can make you more productive. It can make you more creative, and it could also boost the overall collaboration within the company. Of course, this is still in an experimental mode, and it's learning day by day. But just imagine this huge power of BART being also in your everyday working documents. So again, to give you an example, imagine someone summarizing all your emails, preparing answers for you, even being able to change the tone of voice from formal to informal or like friendly. And these things are not to happen in 2 years or 10 years. These are happening gradually now. You're going to see them rolled out in Google products across the globe in the next months or even weeks. And going a step further for the industry of video, I mean, many advertisers are creating videos and creatives. What you see here is a video entirely produced from text with the help of generative AI. And I know this is not perfect, but considering that this is happening now, you can imagine what's going to happen in the next 2 years. So maybe in 2 years, you don't have to get any images, any videos, shoot any footage, anything at all. Most of the stuff might be generated by AI. But also, on small businesses, and again, how we're helping small businesses. 30% of small businesses do not have a website. So now, again, as an example in real life, let's say that you do have your favorite croissant, and you want to find it somewhere nearby. You just take a photo of it, and if a nearby restaurant has it, you get directions directly to the restaurant. And again, this is happening because of AI. Also, improving results. Again, example, very, very simple. Now AI is helping us through automated calls to make sure that the details that you see on a restaurant are valid and up to date. In a few months, you're going to be able to also, through AI, call the restaurant. I mean, AI will do it for you to book a table. Again, real life is helping both customers but also businesses. And overall, I think the changes that we're going to see in the next years, they're going to also change marketing overall. And we see from recent research that 80% of marketing will be AI augmented in the next years. And again, yes, this is future, but it's already happening. So we see during the last 5 years, 2.5 higher adoption of AI solutions in marketing and overall. We know that 70% of AI adopters see revenue increase, and 28% of them also see significant cost reductions. And, I won't go into details. I'm pretty sure that most of you are aware of marketing products from Google, but happy to discuss more during the coffee break. But, in a nutshell, what Google AI can do, it's actually uncover and capture unpredictable demand out there through products like Broadmatch, PMax, and demand gen campaigns. And it can get you better customers at a lower cost. Again, I won't go into details, but happy to discuss more during the coffee break. And, as I say, of course, this is not an evolution, it's definitely a revolution. And regardless of how powerful this new technology is, I'd like to leave you with one message. Yes, with AI, you will get 20% better results. But with AI and with your people, you will get 35% better results. So what does this mean? It means that it's not you or your teams against the AI. It's you and your teams against another team that is already using AI. So again, do not think about the technology. Think about the ideas and the way you can leverage AI. Embrace it. And again, maximize the power of AI with your people against not AI, against what is happening, and make sure that you don't get left behind. Thank you very much. Happy to discuss and take questions afterwards in the coffee break.